Yeah, well, hope everybody's doing well and hope you can hear me. I'm going to double check my software, make sure OBS didn't do something weird, and it looks like everything's working good. All right, welcome you guys. It's great to see you, Preston and Justin. Thanks for being here right when I got kicked off. I might have to have a bite of lunch while I'm working today. I've got so many projects on the bench right now, and I wanted to share a few of them with y'all so you kind of have an idea of what you might be looking forward to and some stuff that I did today already. All right. Oh, yo, Hugh, what's up? Cool new song. Congratulations on that. Be sure to check mine out. It's going to premiere on Wednesday at 6 p.m. West Coast time in the United States. I think that's the same time that Preston Smith goes live-ish. So he might be an hour ahead of me, but that's all right. I had to schedule it for that time. I don't think he'll mind. And Preston, do me a favor and don't share that on your channel. I would, if you would. I want to get all the views I can with people actually clicking on the link. So, freezing rain out. Yeah, we got a good amount of rain coming down today here in Oregon, Northeast Oregon. We haven't had much of a winter at all. Yeah. Cool. You're welcome. Very welcome, Hugh. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't like. I've seen it where guys premiere videos and then it gets shared on another live stream with 15 people watching, and it kind of loses the amount of views the video can get. So I've been very polite about doing that with mine. It doesn't make much difference at all. But there you go. Yeah. So my video will premiere at the exact time that you're going on. So be it. I wasn't thinking too far ahead. Should have probably done it at 5:30, but oh well. Okay, so let me have a little sip of soda pop here. My favorite Diet Pepsi. And I'm wearing a hat from one of our closest and dearest neighbors from the Cock and Bull. It's a restaurant that is literally right around the corner, and I'll just share with you, I've been eating my lunch over there usually 2 days a week for the last 10 years, and when things went down with my home, they gifted me some very nice gift certificates to be able to eat during the time without necessarily having a place to live, and that gift was very, very kind and very generous. They have a fantastic turkey sandwich. I love it. Hey Zach, welcome. Yeah, absolutely. That'd be fine. And put a link up to it or whatever. That gives everybody more chances to get views if you share it. Yeah, that's cool. So let's see, where are we at today? Got this in the mail, which is a new switch for an EMG 85 neck pickup. And the young man who owns this guitar broke the switch when he was installing it or doing something on his guitar, and it broke. There's plastic parts inside these, so if you use an EMG 8185 combo pickup combo, be very careful when you're putting the knobs on your guitar, because if you push down and it's real tight, and that's what he was doing, rather than give me a moment. What you can do is, if you're having a hard time getting the switch pushed on there, if you've got a split shaft, take a little pair of pliers like this and just give it a little tiny squeeze. Beep. That's all it takes, just a touch. It's not an Arnold Schwarzenegger moment. So We're gonna fix this. This shouldn't take long. It's I did all the setup work on it and got all of that out of the way, cleaned up the fingerboard and got the polished frets. Zach, it's great to see you. Looking forward to hearing some music from you, hopefully soon. So we've got this going in here, and then today, here goes the unboxing. I got this, and I want to give a big shout out to Callahan Guitars. These guys got this package off to me very quickly, and so we're going to open this up and show you what I've gotten in this beautiful package that I'm really excited to open. This is going to go in a guitar that I will show you here in a few moments. Let me open this up. I need to sharpen my knife. This would hurt. This one would hurt if you got stuck with it. Yeah. Hugh, you working on any cool guitars right now? Anything really dashing and gorgeous? All right, let's get you down here where, let me see, how does this box open? The box is child-proof. You gotta have one of these. My favorite old knife. Knife. Let's see if I can cut my finger while I'm doing this. They boxed it up really nicely and sealed it really nicely. The box did get a little dented on its way here, so we'll make sure it's all in good working order. So let me point you down here, see if I can open this box like an adult. Oh yeah, let's see. So what happens here? Oh, I see. Icy. It's icy in Ontario, Canada right now. Icy. Don't cut towards yourself. Cut away from yourself. Don't cut your finger. We'll see if this will do it. Oh boy. Again, child-proof boxes. Trying to get this darn thing open. Hey Sean, welcome brother. Yeah. Like the devil horns. Oh, and the other thing is that those of you who have been so gracious and kind with donations for my GoFundMe. I bought you all a shirt. Something. It's one that I did own. It got destroyed in the fire, and I have replaced it with one that I feel is very worthy. Hopefully you can see that. Right? That's what he would say, I think, if he were here. What a wonderful man he was. Alright, so we're going to get rid of the newspaper. Let's see. No headlines that I can that look too terribly important. Can you guess what this is? Bunch of LTDs. You setting up LTDs today? Those are really great guitars, man. Rhodey, welcome, brother. It's good to see you. Anybody guess what this is? Maybe? Any guesses? Right. Gonna do the countdown. Bunch of LTDs. Well, we'll just go ahead and open her up. I have one of these on my Stratocaster, which is why I ordered this one for this particular Strat, and it seemed fitting. You keep that information private. There's the tag. Vintage repro parts. Distressed. Alright, they got it packaged up again. It's child-proof, so I'm going to have to cut some tape to get into this bad boy. But it's got bubble wrap, so it will be a wonderful day for me here at my bench. Popping bubble wrap. Let's see. And we slice it here. I know I'm being too neat with my opening process. Yep, there she is. It is a new bridge assembly for a Fender Stratocaster that has a distressed look to it. We'll open it up and let you see it in real life, real color. 4 of them. Good grief. What are you doing on those, Hugh? Come on. Share the... There she is. Nice and worn look to it. Looks kind of old. I almost wish I had ordered this when I put one on my Strat, but I bought a brand new chrome one. Yeah, and it's come with new springs and the claw. It's got 5 springs, which I never use on a Strat. But yeah, and all the set screws go in to hold it in place. And this should line up perfectly on the guitar that I ordered it for. So I'm going to put this back in the plastic bag, keep everything in one place, otherwise I will almost certainly lose it. Let's see. See if I can get it back in the bag here. Alright, there it goes. And I'm going to use my handy dandy staple gun. Amazing how good these things are. And this is going to go...
Yeah, Marshall, we're still not there yet.
Oh, good grief. Okay, we're getting close.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're... I won't make you work for $5 an hour.
Okay, that's cool. Man, it's adding up.
Well, yeah, but I think it was like a month and a half or something.
Well, yeah, so, it's a month. Yeah, full month.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I love you, Mike.
Let's get some folks down here.
Have I told you how much I love you?
On payday, sure.
All right. All right. So for all you guys that need some bubble wrap sound, popping bubble wrap just because it's fun. All right.
We gotta get busy.
I got a lot to do today. We're gonna get this thing. I got the.
You need to eat?
I will. I'm fine right now.
All right.
So got a new. Check that old Callahan out.
Oh shit! Did this just come in?
Yeah. That's
What's
for
that going on?
That's going on. I'm gonna go grab it right now. That is going on for this.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah, shit, this is...
So we've gotten all the parts in for this one, so it's a matter of slapping it together. I'm going to finish up this SG and then I'm going to jump on this.
That's great.
Immediately today.
Yeah, get some folks down here to pay.
Gosh. That guy's bringing in his Martin this week too. I can't wait. He's got a D18H.
I'm anxious once we get this all cleaned up. It looks like the frets are just filthy.
Yeah. That thing needs a fret job bad. So... and we'll put a new nut on it and do all that and get the string action low.
We'll see how we all like it. If we level the frets and it's fine, because it's just a fun thing. It's not,
I never get to play a dobro.
It'll be fun for all of us.
Yeah. The pickup sounds, I mean, just tapping on it has a really nice tone and it's quiet, so it's definitely a humbucker.
I looked at that pickup and went, this pickup's not terrible.
Yeah.
You know,
no. Yeah, and it's got a good output on it too. So, you know, everything about it. I can't wait to get that thing strung up. I think we're gonna use. We're trying to decide on using electric or acoustic strings on that one.
I think acoustic, but.
Yeah, that was my thought initially. Yeah. Especially if you're playing it with a slide, you'll get that kind of rough, you know, scrape on it.
If we hate it, we'll put on electrics.
Yeah.
I think it's just fine.
I know a guy who could put new strings on it. Yeah.
Perfect. All you're going to do is lose those. I'm sure they came off another guitar.
Fall off of it. Right?
You know, that's great.
New bridge, yeah. All right. So it's really wonderful to have a boss who owns our shop here that is so so cool and loves music as much as that man does. I'm one lucky man, I'll tell you that right now. I hope that you all have someone, if you're working, have someone that is that cool and trusts you as much as he trusts me. Okay, so here we go. Let's dig into this SG. We've gotten started on our day here. Here's our replacement switch, our replacement volume knob, and I'm going to go ahead and do this upside down. I've already loosened the nut on the back side of this, and it's coming out of here. Come off there. There we go. Childproof. All right, so this one has a longer shaft than the one that was on it. So I'm going to hold this one up and see. Boy, that's pretty darn close. I'm looking at the height of this nut versus the shaft on this one, and that's going to line up and be about the exact same depth. So what I am going to do is I'm not going to replace this wiring. These guys, I'm going to plug these directly into this new volume control. This is just a volume pot. All right. Why work hard? Work smart, not hard. That's all there is to replacing those. And now, before I put it in here, I'm going to plug this girl in. And it has the output jack on the top, which I am not a fan of this. I hope you could see that. Not a fan of the output jack on the top of a guitar. That I'm not a fan of. I just said it 6 times. For reasons like this, you know, you want to test something. Let's and it works. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna remove this one washer down in here. Let me get my grabbers. Where are my grabbers? There they are. I'm gonna grab this washer. I'll grab them both. What the heck? That's gonna go on there. And I'm gonna pull that off of there. I'm gonna see if I've got a washer, a lock washer that'll fit that a little better. And this is again why I never throw anything away. I've got this little box here full of lock washers and such. Let's see if one of these fits. That one's not gonna, but this one looks like a pretty good. This one might just do it, and it does. So, having said that, I'm going to go ahead and drop this in here. Excuse me. That down in there. There is not a lot of room in here for all this wire. Okay, look at how that's kind of a mess. But it will do the trick. That's looks like it's sticking up about the same height as the rest of them. So let me get you pointed at the action here as best I can. Again, my camera guy, he's been drinking a lot lately. You know I joke. Aside from New Year's Eve, I have spent since December 9th or 10th, 100% sober. It's been a really good feeling. Feel a lot more clear-headed, getting really good sleep when I go to bed, and highly recommend it. If it's a choice that you've made because you were addicted to it or had a problem with it or it was causing problems in your life, bless you. I didn't really think I had a drinking problem. I just was, my mind was in a dark place. So, that's exactly why guys don't do live repairs, because if this was a '59 Les Paul, that might have just cost me my job. Let's make sure all the knobs are pointed the right direction. We'll orient this one in the same direction as the rest. Sits down on there, and they're all sitting up at the same height. And I think we can play this one now just to make sure that it'll handle my abuse. Get you pointed over here. Let me get this stuff out of the way. Here's the old one, and it just turns forever. He broke the plastic. There's a little piece of plastic down inside this knob that I took it apart and found that piece of plastic busted in there. Now I've got these extra wires, and the next time I do a set of EMGs, I will probably be thanking heavens above that I saved these, as you probably well know. I was going to throw some pickup shims to level out the pickups on this guitar, but I'm going to try it out before I make that move. We'll see how they sound first. So let's do a little playing. Oh, I got guitar picks from Music Lily, and alright, look at all this Music Lily stuff. That's kind of cool. So I did the setup work on this guitar last week. Let's see. Hey Charlie, welcome, brother. I'd never get up at night and go pee. I mean, literally, almost never do. I've been waking up early in the morning. Turn that down just a little. Down just a little. Here we go. That's fixed. Alright, so just like that, the guitar is back to life. Thanks for listening to me play if you hung in there for that rambling stuff. Kind of fun to play some blues once in a while. I love it. Okay, so the SG is all done, and let me turn off my amp, get rid of that noise. Alright, how's everybody doing? We all doing good? Falcro, welcome, brother. Oh, it's good to see you. 74 SG P90s. Yeah. This is an 08. Yeah. 2008. Made in the USA. Still has the Gibson flaw with the neck. So, well, let's do this. We'll point you down here at the business. Here we go. Now, the control cavity was, the cavity cover was not laying flat in here, and it was due to these, the output jack leads being too long. So they were holding up, and it was bending this edge of the output jack, and now I fixed it. And the other thing I discovered was that one of the screws didn't match the rest of the screws on here. And again, never throw anything away. I have new chrome screw for it, which was that one that I just put in there, which is a little bit bigger than the rest of them, but now it'll look a little more appropriate. I didn't have any screws this exact same size. Something I tried to do, but the one that was in it was black, and it was really ugly. I mean, just nobody would ever see it. It's on the back of the guitar, but still. There we go. And now that cavity cover lays flat. So there's that. And then we'll go up here to the business end of things, and we will reinstall the I gotta clean this thing off. Well, that's messy. No, it's not. Spend half my time cleaning shit. Alright, get the cover put back on the truss rod. If you don't know what you're doing, don't mess with them. Woohoo! Well, there we go. And I have the original screws. Here we go. Get you pointed down here where I'm working. I love SGs. And the young man that owns this guitar is actually going to be helping me repair my car when the time comes. I thought he was going to help me this last week, but his work ended up having him stay late. He's a very young man, works long, hard hours. He's a great mechanic. Works for one of the local car dealerships here. Thus, he's gainfully employed and owns some really nice fucking guitars. And the same dude owns my old Mesa Boogie dual rec, which I'm gonna get to go play one of these days. So I'm really excited about that. I hope everybody's doing great. I am doing fabulous. Had a really awesome week this week. Had some unexpected events happen. Gentlemen don't talk. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to have to dump my garbage. I'm getting too much garbage. And the SG is now a done deal. Yes. Yeah. The Gibson SG. There we go. Jaden's going to love this. The pickups are not balanced real well, but I'm going to let him decide whether he wants to make some adjustments to the pickup height to maybe balance them out a little bit. Sounds like, Rhodey, you're going to be performing live. Yep, that's the last thing I do, Hugh. It sounds like you're going to be performing live on an upcoming broadcast. That's going to be cool. I hope that you guys break a leg. No pun intended. All right, so let me go hang this one up. And he brought this guitar in without a... Oh, no, he did bring a case with it. So I'm going to have to write up his bill, and I'll get to that soon enough. But I'm just going to move forward. The SG is all done. And now this beautiful thing is getting ready to get done. So I'm going to start by putting the new bridge that I just got done stapling shut, just so that I wouldn't lose any parts and pieces off of it. So we'll start by flipping this bad boy over. This is a, I think it's a 94. I think this thing was built in 1994. I have, at this point, all that I've done on this one is up at this end. I put a new tusk nut on here, which is actually bone. And it is a curved radius nut, so the bottom edge of it is curved. And then I replaced these ferrules in here so the machine heads all stay put. Those were missing also. So that's what I've done so far. And I got no wires coming off of the output jack, which I will take care of soon enough. But let's go ahead and get the bridge started here. Let me point you in the right direction. Hopefully you guys can see. Is my cameraman doing all right? Yeah. Tomorrow night. Okay, Rhodey. Do you? I was watching last night. Do you have a time of like I can convert time pretty okay, and I actually do own a clock with hands on it. So let's see. So I can do that. What time are you guys going on? I can actually read a watch, an actual watch. I am so looking forward to that, man. I do have a guitar student tomorrow night starting at 6:30 p.m. West Coast time. Yeah. This is a fake old Strat. 9 p.m. Eastern time, which means it's 6 p.m. my time, so I will be able to catch some of that. I don't know if you're performing with other if other bands are going to be performing with you. Hugh, are you in on that one also? I don't know. I try and stay up on all this stuff, but make sure that's low enough. Cool, 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 cool. I'll leave these kind of long just so that I can get the springs loaded up. And they even send with this, they send the hex key that will adjust the string height or the saddle height. So let's see how this thing lines up. See if I did my job right. Look at that. Callahan, you guys are fucking awesome. Look at that. The screws fit nicely. None of them feel, at least yet, don't feel stripped. I'm just kind of snugging them up a little bit. I could do this with one hand. Tied behind my back. Oh, you're not playing. Okay, cool, Hugh. I'll see you in the chat, I suppose. And that's really cool that he's doing that. I don't know if I would ever be welcome on that broadcast, but I've made amends with that whole scene. So, all right. Never use a power tool on an electric guitar. You can use them on basses, but not on electric guitars. So with these screws, you tighten them down until they just barely make contact. So let's speed up this process just a touch. I'm going to put it on low speed here. Never use a power tool on a guitar. Okay. set it again. Y'all thought you were going to watch an SG getting fixed today. Ha ha ha. Alright. We snug those down. That's flopping in the breeze. I love it. That's looking really good. And I'm going to go ahead and unthread the arm from this while I flip it over. And the cool thing about working on a relic guitar like this is that if I do happen to make a mistake and scratch it or something, do the math. It doesn't really matter much, does it now? So I'm going to do my classic. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to have to tighten these in a bit. I want to get them a little bit snug so there is some tension on these springs when I mount them up, but I don't want to have to pull on the springs so hard that it's like opening up that package today. Again, I do my springs in a straight 3 springs. I don't like going to the middle. It's psychological, I think, more than actual facts of being better. But this is how my Strat is set up with the exact same bridge. It has a really nice heavy block on this one. So I'm really digging that. And I think one thing I noticed about putting one of these Callahan bridges on my guitar was that I noticed that the sustain on my guitar seemed to improve with that bridge. So just like that, we've got a new bridge on this. Zach, have a good meal, brother. Cool. You gotta push them in. Now it's threading in. Well, let's see what this feels like. And the other thing is that right now, even at this point, the arm is staying where it's supposed to. And I've got all of those turns left. So again, these Callahan bridges are really, really nicely made like that. Now I got to get open another box. Oh, yeah. Flapping. Oh, thanks, Preston. I'm checking the chat every once in a while here to keep up on it as best I can. All right, let's grab our pickup set. Where are you? Is this you? There you are. Okay, I got stuff
Soften the pain.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly, yeah.
And then on the TV.
And a new set of pickups right there. Look at that. And the whammy bar matches. I mean, how good am I? I am that good. There's a lot of planning ahead when you're picking stuff like this. And I'm setting the box down on this guitar, but who gives a care, man? The thing's relic. I mean, if it gets more relic on it, good. Probably look better. It's not as relic as mine, but darn, it's close. Cellophane. What I have ordered here is a preloaded with Texas Specials. And it is an actual Fender product sent to me by Fender. And it has the proper screw holes. And we'll just see what this thing looks like. Are you guys ready for this? Let me, before I set it on there, because like 99% of the time the screw holes don't line up, right? Or it runs into the bridge, or it runs into the neck, or something. Let's just see what happens here. Oh boy, oh my. Oh my goodness. Is this going to actually work without a bunch of struggle? Oh, let me get this out of the way. This is going to work. Holy shit. I cannot believe my eyes. Good grief. Good golly. Good. Oh my God. Look at that. Gotta get this little piece of wire out of the way, and bam. There it is. What do you think of that? And look at that, the screw holes all line up. Amazing. Now, let's see if they did include screws, and they did not, so I'm going to have to dig into my collection of screw parts. Oh, and you know, also on this guitar, I did polish the fingerboard. You can take a look at that. Wish they were yours. This kid brought this guitar over from a little town about 45 miles away. Yeah. Oh, Richard, you're still battling that that darn shoulder injury. All right, so one thing I do have to do with this is pull all the knobs off of here. Oh, let me get you pointed at the action. Sorry if that was Cheryl Crow. Sorry, Cheryl. Make sure you copyright claim my video. Tone. Okay. Let's do this. I'm being very quiet right now because this could get dicey. There we go. Got it off of there. Okay, so let's get the cover guard off of this. This plastic keeps the scratch guard from getting scratched. And I might need to pull a few screws to get all the plastic off of here. Kind of easier to do this once they're on the guitar, aside from a couple of places. Let's see if all the plastic. Yep, I got those two. So these two screws that didn't stick. And it looks like, yep, that one came off. So what I worry about is it getting stuck under these set screw or the pickup height adjustment screws, which is often I get guitars in here and they have little chunks of plastic hanging off of them. And then these I'm definitely going to have to pull. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is the fun part of buying a Fender guitar, brand new. You get to do all this shit. Got to take everything halfway apart in order to make it look nice. Alright, and then I am going to let's just do one at a time. See how the wiring holds up. Come off of there.
What was the original name of Quarter Flash?
Seafood Mama.
That's right, buddy. You're good.
Portland boy, brother.
That was good.
They were great.
That was good.
I got to hang out with them a couple of times. My mom went to church with one of the vocalists from that band.
Ah.
All right.
I know. I always thought they were a good band, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they were fantastic. I can't remember.
I'm trying to remember their breakout song now. I know the name of the band.
Well, wasn't it one that Hart well, the guitar player, not the vocalist, the guitar player from that band.
Right.
He played guitar at our church.
If we heard it, we'd know it in 2 seconds.
Right. Seafood Mama. Anybody know the name of their favorite song? Sith, welcome. Hello. Hello. Oh yeah, girl. This thing, I know. My headline said SG, but you may have gotten here too late to see that get abused, thoroughly abused. I abused the hell out of that thing. I even shamefully played some AC/DC on a Gibson SG. Can you believe it? Seafood Mama. Anybody know the name of their hit song? Or Google it for me if you would. I would love to hear what it was called.
Portland. It's Mountain West. I used to buy a lot of stuff from them.
Okay.
They probably have Samsung.
Alright.
They have their TVs, but
There's that.
they've been using them in the past.
Let's tighten these back up. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this pick guard off of
They
here.
have a TV for $1.99, but it costs you $3,000 to get it here. You know, I'm exaggerating, but
My friend,
see what their freight program is.
my ex-business partner, we had a company, it's called ADS Sound and Lighting. He still has the company.
Woohoo!
And we used to do a lot of
There we
stuff
go.
with strip malls and strip
There's
malls
that.
and all that sound lighting and poles. So you have
And
little poles,
we got
pole.
grounds coming out
The
our
pole
ears
was
here.
Almost, we'll give you the pole if you pay
Oh.
for shipping.
Totally.
It was like $300 to deliver the
This
guy
guy,
that
they
pole.
also
One of those is gonna go there.
It almost sounds like I might.
In
know
that
company.
hole.
It's been there a long time.
They were in Salt Lake.
That's
you
gonna
know?
go
Okay.
to the
Find out
output
they-
jack.
What they have for like receivers.
And I'm gonna have
You
to
know, I think
drill.
they've got Sony and
Okay.
I'm gonna have to drill a hole and put a screw in this bad boy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's great, man.
Let's see.
And
here.
if they have any questions, call me. But
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you've been here 4 or 5 years now, haven't you?
I've been here, I'm pretty sure 4. I'm pretty sure 4
FNG.
What do you think?
Fucking new guy.
I know, I am the new guy. I know, you guys.
No,
are-
Joey.
Oh yeah, Joey's
Did
got
you
you
I'm growing
beat.
my hair out for you? I'm trying to blend in, you see.
Joey's the new guy.
Joey
and
is
Joey,
the guy,
and
yeah.
Joey got a buzz cut.
Yeah, did he really? You know what? I did see him the other day. I'm like, what happened? I didn't say that in my mind. I go, what happened? But,
You know what I think it was?
All right.
I think it might be because he wants a role in a play.
that's what I was going to tell people. How come you let your hair grow out? Oh, I'm over at the Elgin Opera House now, and I'm in a play, so I need my hair long. Really? No.
But they,
Oh,
they
cool.
have find out if they have that TV, what the price is,
Okay, yeah, good
uh,
idea.
and what their freight program is, and then maybe we can put
I
something
need a
together
little wood screw for that bad boy.
and just, you know.
Sure, sure. I mean,
Tell me what we want to use them, but the freight is always prohibitive.
and right now the freight probably hasn't paid this
Well, we don't know. If they can do something at $2,000 or $3,000,
I'm looking for little parts and pieces now. Oh, that looks like what? No, that's not what I need. Here it is. Oh shit. Damn, I'm good. Look at that. Little, never throw anything away. This probably came out of a Strat at one point in its life. God damn, I'm good. Okay. Okay.
I wanted to go out.
Yeah. Let's get this started. There we go. Now I've got myself tethered to the guitar. The pickguard is officially one with the instrument. No, we are not going to initially shield the interior of this guitar.
Well, we'll get this one in the past.
Alright, there's that. Those two are going to go over here. So let's see what this output jack situation is all about. I better get my soldering gun out because I'm going to have to weld. I'm going to have to actually heat some shit up and weld. My knees hurt. Let's see. Harden my heart. That was quarter flash. Yeah.
I saw the number.
I know, brother. You missed the SG. If you need to see that, you can go back, rewind the video. You'll see it. It was really no big deal. It was just made for a cool picture. It was clickbait.
I have to pick up a prescription for Lori. I'll hurry.
Okay, no problem. I get to go see my doc tomorrow. I can't wait for that. It's been about 3 years. Oh boy. Do we want to do that? Let's do it. I better fire up my gun here. I'll show you all how to cheat while removing solder off of something. Helps to have a glass workbench a lot. I mean, not that that matters that much, but so I gotta wait for my my soldering gun to warm up. Yeah, I apologize, my knees hurt. We went from 04 or 09, 08. Yeah. Well, I'll show you the one that I fixed today, just since I got a couple moments. Oh, yeah, here it is. This is a set of EMG 8185. The plug and play wiring shit on these makes it really easy. I think even they come with an output jack that I think just has plug-ins on it. It's an output jack, not an input jack, right? People call it an input jack. I still can't figure that out. Go ahead and put signal in there and see what it sounds like. But I just swapped out this volume pot, and it comes with little harnesses like this. This would be to connect the pickup to the circuit board, integrated circuit board, and then this is like the other jumpers for other shit. Works great, sounds great, plays great, set up really nice. The guy who set this one up, he's pretty cool. All right, so the SG is all done. That was that. I need a cup of coffee, or sip of coffee. And this coffee cup, my buddy Jeff Bushman gave this to me. Conspiracy, hello. Dave, hello, welcome. This thing, my coffee, I poured it this morning in this cup about 10 to 11 Pacific Daylight Time. And it is still as hot as it was when it came out of the pot, man. Jeff bought me a badass thermal mug. Yeah, you know it, my knees hurt. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's great to see everybody. I'm going to show you another little thing that I was working on this morning. And keep in mind, I started work at 11 o'clock, and I've already swapped out this switch, and this is the knob that was busted in the SG, and it just turns eternally, and it's not a push-pull pot. The kid that installed it was putting the knob on there and broke it. So this one goes in the rectangular file. Okay, I'm going to show you another guitar that we're in the process of setting up. This is one of many. So what I did this morning was, this thing is it's a Johnson, established in 1993. Not a terribly expensive dobro, but somebody had messed with the electronics in this thing and removed the volume and tone pot, and they put the output jack here. And as you can see, I don't have it in there. I ordered a part for this, so I wired up this circuit this morning, soldered it, and so it's ready to go. I gotta answer the phone. Let me answer the phone. It's a spam risk. Lagrange Stereo, this is Marshall. Is this spam? Hello? Hello? Okay. What's happening?
What's up? I need to get a blow and go installed. I had a 230 to get it in.
Oh, okay, okay. Give me just a moment here.
Yeah, no problem.
Let me see. You guys will be right back.
Okay.
No, I'm with you. I'm with
Oh,
you. You
okay.
got my undivided attention. I'm
doing a live stream on the DSR. Yeah. Yeah. If you'd like to say hello to like 18,000 people, you certainly could.
No, I'm good.
Let's see. We're doing an install for you today.
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Mike.
Okay. Thought that I saw that.
Yep.
Okay. All I need from you are your keys. All right. Easy. Have you stored their phone number in your phone?
I think I did, yeah. Yep.
You go by Mike?
Yeah. 541-786-17.
At this point, I don't. I'm scheduled 2:30, 4:30.
Yeah.
I don't think Chris. Let me send Chris a text just to make sure he needs to be here, but I want to make sure.
Yeah, that's fine. Because one of my buddies told me it was like a 2-hour process or
Yeah.
something, so
Yeah.
I was gonna call him a little bit before 3:30.
He may want to. He may need to go out to the shop.
Okay.
I'm gonna text him right now. I know he's working on something else. I don't think we need to do anything until we
Yeah.
have saved.
I like to stay around.
Yeah. We gotta get the fade name, right?
Yeah. I didn't know I ought to do this freaking suspension. I think it was 3 years ago. I come up for getting my driver's license back, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, you need to take it to one within 90 days," and yada 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 bullshit.
This is a second one. First one. I got one that's from 2012.
Yeah.
In the system, out of the system,
Yeah.
fastest human
Yeah.
beings. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, right, I live 2 blocks from here, and I work here, so man, I made it like pretty simple. So I didn't have to do this drive. I get it. It's a pain in the neck. They don't make it easy. Hopefully,
No, I've already done all the treatment for
class.
the DUI classes and all that bullshit.
I still will have to carry an SR-22.
Yeah, I think I have to. Yeah, I think I have to carry that still.
I'm gonna me real quick. I'm gonna wait and see if Chris texts me back. I'm gonna stay busy on this guitar. Okay. So, but make sure you keep their that number if you've got it stored in your phone. Make sure you got it in there.
I think I
Because if
called and they came
anything
up
goes
as that.
wrong,
Yeah.
you call them first. If you call us, we're not. We can't. They don't tell us.
They will actually have texted like quite a few times. That's it right there. Yep, that's the one. Okay, so I have it right now.
Yeah, keep like save that to your contacts list.
Okay.
Because once in a while stuff does go wrong.
Yeah, I figured as much. It's electrical.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a 2017, so you shouldn't have any problems.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
All right, how are we doing? All right. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see, where was I on this one? I'm just gonna stay busy here working on this thing, and you're more than welcome to
Drool around.
make sure I'm doing stuff right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the, oh, here we go. We were gonna do this output jack. All right, so let me get you down here in the business. I'm back. Sorry, I had to leave there for a moment. Well, I'm not sorry. I never apologize. I have a client here that needed our help. So I'm heating her up on both sides. I want to get the metal good and hot. There we go. And tap. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool? It's almost like I've done this before. I want to get all that solder and stuff melted up. And tap. And oh, look at that. It's almost like I've done this before. And so we've just turned an old output jack into a brand spanking new output jack. Here we go. Tricks of the trade. I hope you learned something today. There's a lot of valuable stuff, that why I do these live streams, because I know there's a lot of people that don't live in a place where they've got guys they can just take their guitars to, so we have to be do-it-ourselfers. That's how I started doing this work. When I started doing it, I needed to fix my own guitar, and I learned. All right, let's see if this will. This is not going to be real easy to stuff up through here. Oh, there it goes. Almost there. Here's my grabbers. Come on, grabbers. There they are. And all right, now to connect the white wire to the post and the black wire to the shaft or the tip, which is this. And I want to get some. I am gonna have to kind of solder over the top of this guitar, so I'm gonna put a rag down, kind of protect the finish of this thing. There we go. And as with all wiring, if you want it to go that way, it will go that way. That's always the rule of soldering wire. Smoke right in your face. Smoke got in my eyes. Here we go. Gets you tinning the wires. Tinning. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I put a rag down there to keep the little solder drips that'll come off of here from scarring up this already scarred up guitar. Now, I'm bending these so that I get a good mechanical connection to the jack. And again, we're going to run our white wire to the tip, which will be this part. And I'm going to go ahead and piss every tech off who works on this after me, but I'm going to pinch that. Because the idea is here that no one will ever have to work on this guitar again. Got a good clean solder joint on that, and whew, that's hot. Believe it or not, soldering is hot. We're having fun today. We are having fun. Let me check my messages real quick. Haven't heard back. I'm supposed to get a new keyboard stand today for my new artificial intelligence keyboard. I joke about that because it's truly not. But there we go. And we'll put the screws back in here. And the output jack is ready to rock. I could probably plug this in and test the pickups at this point. In fact, I could, except I don't have the ground hooked up to the vibrato bar, which we will do here in just a moment, and I'll have all of my soldering done on this bad boy, and I can put the pick guard in here where it belongs. I'm going to go ahead and solder. I'm going to tin the, see what I mean? I want it to go over here, but it wants to go over there. It's typical wire. This is just what wire does when you're soldering. You guys in Canada say solder, right? Ah. Yeah, make sure it doesn't ever come loose. Little things like that make a good job versus a shitty job. I can swear, I work at a music store. Let's see if the pick guard fits in there, and look at that, just like magic. I'm going to cinch these up one more time just so that I don't forget. Gotta stay on task. Alright, now yeah, I'm going to go ahead and screw it down. Screw it down. Where are my screws? Oh, dude. Check this out. Dudes. I mean, I'm hoping that my cameraman has got my shit pointed in the right direction. You dudes are not going to believe this. All you. Solder. Check out what I did. You see that shit? Put a new pick guard in a rusty old Stratocaster, and I saved the screws. So now this relict Strat is truly gonna have true relict screws in it. You know, why not? Right? Why not? You know how much you would pay for screws like that? If you tried to buy these at, you know, Stu Mac or some shit like that. I hope my swearing doesn't bother anybody. If it does, you can... Yeah, look at that. It's freaking awesome. There's some of them that are a little bit shinier than others. And there's even a couple that might be a little bit different size heads on them. But that's just fine, because this is a relict, very well relict guitar. So we'll just do that. I hope you can see how that looks. And look at that, I have a few left. They're for sale. They are not cheap. Microfiber cloth, yeah. These things, dollar store. You can get them. Of course, they're made in China, but it's not Walmart. It's a good thing. Now I'm doing this already, putting these screws down in here in a leap of faith that I did my job right. I'm pretty sure I did, and I'm pretty sure that Fender did, because I've ordered, I think I put 3 of these loaded pick guards in Strats, and they all just work. Look at these screws. That just looks wicked. Wow. I'm going to check and make sure they're all good and taut. I said taut, not tight. Somebody's calling. Let's see what we got here. I gotta take this call, you guys. Give me one moment. LeGrand Stereo Music, this is Marshall. He is not here at the moment. He ran to the pharmacy. Yeah. Jim! He's here until 6, but sometimes he leaves a little early on Mondays. Do you want me to ask him to call you back? Oh. Are you taking LSD again, Jim? It truly is. Right? It is. You can possess it and use it, I think, and you can't operate a vehicle using it, but yeah. I mean, you can have heroin on you. Oregon is a trip, man. It's so weird. You can carry... Right, exactly. Yeah, well, I'll let him know that you called, because I don't think he'll be gone much longer. He could be back in the next couple of minutes, for that matter. Yeah. Yep. Oh. Okay. Well, I can subtly answer that question for you. Our main go-to practice amps are PVs. Yep. And we've had a long-standing relationship with them, although, as you probably are well aware, their company is not doing real well right now. Yeah. So there have been some issues that have come up with their business, but we've had a great relationship with them. Our top selling amplifiers are the PV Vipers. They start at the Viper 1, I believe, is $199. Viper 2 is and then we also have like the little Rage amplifiers and like little dinky practice amps, and they'll start at $79, $89. Right, right, yeah. Yeah. Well, and the Vipers, the thing about those is it's kind of the wave of the future, especially for young people. Um, they're not interested in a deluxe. They don't care if it has tubes in it. They'd rather have a computer to plug their guitar into in most cases. And I've kind of found myself in that same boat. I mean, as much as I hate to admit it, I've embraced the technology. Um, so the Viper amps are, man, they are killer. They're very similar to the Line 6 products. Uh, yeah, yeah. The Boss Katanas those are I've played through a couple of them, and I have a couple of clients that own those, and they are fabulous. They are definitely more expensive than what you're talking about with those Ibanez amps. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep. Yeah, and the versatility in the Viper One, which again I think right now they're going the intro level is about 199 bucks, which in today's world is nothing when it comes to money. You don't get much cheaper. Yep. Yeah. Oh. Okay. God. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I sell the hell out of those things. Right. Yeah. 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 Uh, oh, I. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we get our used in Chesbro for that. Okay, and that's where we're getting ours from. So our prices are going to be very similar. Um, I think your demographic is a little more affluent or academia, whatever. But yeah, yeah, yep, yep, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not, no, it's nothing in today's world. A kid can go mow some lawns and have that kind of money to buy his own amp, and it ain't like it was when we were kids. And you know what, Jim? Mike just got back. Would you like to talk with him for a moment? Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's kind of an a-hole, but say he's kind of an a-hole, but don't tell him I said that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, his wife's a piece of work. Hang on, I'll get that. Okay. It's Jim. Hot food.
Hey, hey, what's up?
Oh my God. Oh, starstruck. Holy smokes. Uh, okay, so just real briefly, that guy that I was just talking to on the phone owns one of the oldest record stores and it may be the oldest record store, and they actually sell records still and CDs, much like we do in Washington, the state of Washington. He owns a very famous record store called Hot Poop Records, and they are just he is one of the sweetest guys you could ever meet, and I love him, and I love the fact that he has had a guitar business. They sell television sets, records, amplifiers, you name it. And the guy is just a sweetheart. And he puts up some great stuff on social media. And I love him to death. And I've met him definitely in person a few times. Walla Walla is where the original Batman actually came from. Adam West, I think was his name. And that was his home for a long time. All right, so that's who I was just talking with. A very, very cool man. I'm going to get you pointed down here at the business. So I'm soldering the ground wire to the plate. And I've got to get this hot enough, and we'll see if this works. I need a hot soldering gun. I'm going to get me a puddle of solder on this bad boy. There it goes. Beep.
The solder that I'm using right now was manufactured in about 1970, I think. Very, very old solder. Got to get my puddle going here. I want to make sure it sticks to the plate here proper and get a nice puddle going. There we go. Stuck. Look at that beautiful drop of solder. Is that not the most beautiful drop of solder you've ever seen? Holy smokes. Kicking ass on this old guitar. It's not even that old. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab this with my pinching tool and melt one into the other. I'm just gonna let it sit here and get hot till I can push that wire down into that puddle of solder that I just made. And it's starting to soften up and it's starting to go, and the ground is officially attached, and that's how you do that. And we'll check it, make sure it doesn't pull loose. Very good. Is that Dave?
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
Thought you were doing a video.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Are you kidding me? I'm about to put strings on this guitar for the first time in probably years. Hey, Steven, what's up, brother? Haven't seen you for a while. Welcome, man. My good friend Dave just showed up. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're on the west side of Oregon or Washington. Oh, Dave, cool. Next time you're in Walla Walla, be sure to come over to LaGrange, say hello. Our city's much cooler than Walla Walla, but we didn't give birth to Adam West, right? Yeah, Walla Walla. The live broadcast that I did of the band Some People that I played with was broadcast live from Walla Walla. Here we go. Let's test it out, see if my handiwork actually worked. I'm going to leave the tone pots turned all the way up. I'm going to turn my guitar on, and I'm going to tap some pickups with a Phillips head screwdriver right here. I don't like using a flathead because you'll scratch them. So let me make sure my camera guy is pointed in the right direction. Let's see. We'll start with this one. Oh boy. I'm going to turn the delay and the overdrive off. And this tone pot, unlike a lot of Strats, actually does affect the tone of the bridge pickup. So this tone pot is wired to both the middle position and the bridge position pickups. This tone knob only controls the neck pickup. Oh, well, no, I'm incorrect. Wow, this got a cool circuit. And here's this one. Quite a circuit. So I've done my job correctly and the electronics work. Thank you, Fender, for making my job so friggin' easy. If you're gonna swap out pickups in a Tele, well, and more in particular in a Strat, this is a great way to do it. And I'm done soldering for the day. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Steven, it's so great to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. And I hope you're working on some kind of really super cool project guitar. I have this one that I'm actually in the midst of working on right at the moment. And let's get the knobs put back on here. And again, I orient them so that when the player turns them, I turn them all the way down. And then I place the tone control on there so that when the guy looks at it, it's at 0 when it's at 0. And then this one will go the same direction. And the volume. And it doesn't hit the screw. There we go. Let's just crank it up right out of the gate. Alright, so we're ready for strings. I'm going to go ahead and lay this here. Let's string it up. I'm going to have to eat something here at some point in time. And I'm going to go ahead and leave that just the way it is.
That stands right there. $49.99 or $40. And it's
I need to go grab. I'm going to string this up with a Ernie Ball Slinky, Super Slinky 9s. Give me a moment. I'll be right back with a set of those.
I'll give you on that. They're more than they ought to be anymore, but they're $6 to $10, like I say. I'll give you a few bucks on it. It's a good deal.
All right, we got strings. The Mint 3-ply. We went with white. I looked at some photographs of this, and it looked like the original ones actually did have the white 3-plies on here. So that's what we went with. All right, stringing her up. She's getting strung up for the first time in who knows how long. The new Callahan bridge and whammy system, and the new bone nut. What else is new? Oh, and the new pickups and pickguard and strings. I love these Callahans because they don't have these deep holes. You notice that the ball end is right near the edge of this thing, so it makes string changes very, very simple. And we did not order a new, although I will look in the case and see if the back cover is in it, because that might be where those other screws will come in handy. Oops, my camera guy's drunk again. I can see that. And I would like to give an advertisement for a good friend of mine. Justin is an incredible audio engineer and computer kind of guru dude. The guy knows his shit. So if you're looking for information or need some help with your computer setup or your recording audio setup, he's a great guy to hit up. And my understanding is he's not terribly cheap. He's actually somewhat free. All right, so guys, I need to have a bite to eat real quick, so I'm going to sit here and eat in front of you because it's time for me to have a bite to eat. I need to check my blood sugar. Yes, on my phone. I got to check in with my pancreas. Wow, it's 3 o'clock. I have gotten a lot done today. It's amazing. It's so Monday. Whew. before I eat lunch, I need to get a quick adjustment to my blood glucose. You will never see me eat this stuff on purpose, except for if I have a little bit low, and my blood glucose is definitely a little bit low. So, I'm gonna have some Skittles and see what's happening in the chat. So cool. Paperwork. I'm gonna have turkey sandwich from Cock and Bull. When you visit LeGrand, be sure to have dinner there. They're an Italian restaurant. Via Roma. Cock and Bull, Via Roma. But I'm going to have a turkey sandwich with waffle fries. It usually amounts to lunch and dinner. In fact, it always amounts. I can't eat that much. But I got to jump start my blood glucose. All right. I appreciate y'all hanging with me today. I know this is not terribly exciting to sit here and watch me eat, but we got to do it. I allowed my blood glucose to get a little low. Oh, nice. I made a good batch of my great grandmother's famous Galuskis the other night. Had some company over for dinner. She was awesome. We had a wonderful visit and a really wonderful dinner, and really cool lady friend. It's nice to have a female-shaped object over for dinner once in a while. And if you can have the same one over more than once, even better. All right, so I'm stuffing my face. Oh my God, I was really hungry. This guitar just looks sweet. I can't believe how easily it's gone together. Usually when you buy a new pickguard for one of these things, they just don't fit. End up having to Dremel tool a bunch of shit and sand stuff and alter the shapes, and it doesn't fit around the pickguard, man, or around the bridge. Man. Fried rice, man. I need to make some fried rice. That sounds really good. Although I don't eat a lot of rice, it's like eating a spoonful of sugar. And potatoes aren't much better. You guys, I sure do appreciate you guys hanging with me, all of you. Bless you all. Go ahead and smack the thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. This is that's a really great question, Hugh. V, yeah, this is a 94. I learned I don't know. That is a really wonderful question, Hugh, and I honestly can't answer that. I guess since I'm working on it and basically rebuilding it, yeah, it's made in America. The fact that it was purchased with none of the original parts,
none of the parts that were originally on this guitar came on it when the gentleman bought the guitar, so I may have to alter this bridge pickup. We'll see where it ends up when I adjust the pickup height. I'm gonna do my best to not be a total pig and eat like terribly, rudely eat in front of you all. Nice, David. Or Dave. I bought a bag of rice. I still eat it. I'll cook it and have it for dinner once in a while, but boy, I have to be careful. I'm being a type 1 diabetic. I have to be super careful about eating rice. It's not real easy to regulate insulin with. It reacts differently almost every time I eat rice, so that's my rice and beans. What do they say? 6 billion Chinamen can't be wrong. Oh, that feels so good to eat something, you guys. Yeah. Mint 3-ply. Yeah, we went with Justin. We went with white 3-ply on this one, and it looks really fabulous. Looks really nice, and the bridge kind of relicked the way they did it. They did a really great job making that thing look worn out. Man, they make some good stuff over there. And they were Cock and Bull was so kind. Been buying lunches there for a long time. It was a very kind gift that they blessed me with. Karen, if you're watching, hello. I don't know if you're here. All right. These are the machine heads are classic. This is a remake of a 64 Strat is what the owner shared with me as he bought it. I think on Marketplace. Paid $300 for the body and neck and the hardware that came with it. So they're split shaft, ultimately split shaft machine heads. They do have the hole in the middle. I'm going to be stringing it up here shortly. But unfortunately, they didn't have the original ferrules that held the machine heads in weren't with it, so I had to order a set of those, which I've already put in there, and they work great. It came with a really neat old case that I have glued together for him. Which was not part of the work that I was going to do for him originally, but it would have been foolish for me to have that case here and not make that repair. We'll get I'll get you up here and get you a look at the yeah, there goes my pancreas is telling me my blood glucose is low. And oh boy, yeah, it's dropping still. So I'm gonna yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure I follow you there, Hugh.
You're typing like a Scottish guy. This guy from Scotland. Just rewound, and the body has American routes. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm eating as much as I can. All right, I'm gonna wipe the grease off of my hands. I'm gonna take one more good big bite of my turkey sandwich. Those guys make such a amazing turkey sandwich, and the seasonings they use on it are just fantastic. That's a great question, Justin. If I knew that, I'd probably be rich. That's a great question. And Hugh just answered your question. That may be true, Hugh. I think it was 80s era. I was going to say 1981. Yeah, that was my thought. They had the. It's kind of hard to believe that that five-way switch didn't happen until 1980 something. Hugh, I think you're dead on there. 80 or 81 was my initial. My brain immediately said 81, but I could be wrong. I'm not afraid to say I don't know the exact year. All right, I've had enough nourishment and nutrition. Oh, and here's something new I just got. I'm gonna try. Got some semi-chrome, and it showed up like this. The box is very vintage looking. I don't have to use it on this guitar because I've already polished everything that needs to be polished. So here's my blood glucose right now. All you guys might know that I have about half the sugar in my system I need, but having eaten what I just ate, and I didn't take any insulin with my lunch, so I'm gonna wait for my blood glucose to get back up to appropriate numbers. So keep in mind that on this instrument I have put a new nut on here, and I did cut the nut slots for set of 9 to 42 gauge strings. Oh, and that sits in there just nice. Look at that. Oh man, damn, I'm good. All right, so we're gonna do string this up like I always do. I usually go 2.5 beyond, cut the string. Gotta remember, yeah, 2 wraps, and oh, where's my string winder? And tighten her up, and wham. I just kind of giving a look over the neck. Boy, I think I did pretty good with my preemptive strike. I had no strings or anything on this guitar. 2.5. 2.5 machine heads. 2 3/4. You can go 3 if you're that nervous about getting enough windings. and tighten them up. Have no idea. Ooh, that sounds great with nothing being plugged in. 2.5, 2 3/4. Ooh, that one tried to go the wrong direction on me. Tried to. I'll show that string. Who's boss? Two 2 3/4. Get strings on these things pretty quickly. I love these machine heads. I really love this style of machine head on a guitar.
Well, Joey is going to be 17 this month. He's been in about half a dozen plays. He's trying to get into Stella Adler acting school. He said, yeah, I mean, I knew that you'd know acting.
I'm not afraid to go a little extra long on the unwound strings on these kind of machine heads. If I can get 2 good wraps before I can't pull it any tighter, which I did on that one, that's great. I like to get a little extra wind on that winder. And there it goes. Look at how tighty that is. That looks sweet. That just looks sweet. On this top E string on most Strats, I cut about 1 inch, 1.25 inches off of the end of the string because I got really nothing to reference, but I just don't want to get too many wraps on there because then it can get messy. Might be able to get around. Nope. I'm only going to get 2. Oop, look at that. I made a mess. So, I'm gonna, on this one, I'm gonna oh, like an amateur hour here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and line that bad boy up as it is, keeping some good tension on the string as I'm winding it around there. Sorry if my head's right in the middle of the movie. Did I get it close? Am I close? Let's see how good my tuning right here is. Stretch them out. Stretching them, stretching them, stretching them. Alright, we'll get you back down here and show you my stretching job one more time. You've seen this 1,000 times. You're about to see this this guitar come to life. I do have to do a little bit of work on the nut. I'm gonna get the nut action, first fret action right. And what's kind of blowing my mind right now is that I'm setting this bridge up to be floating, and where I tightened those screws to on the bridge here, I think I nailed it on my first initial tightening of that, which is not, I mean, that's almost impossible. I just got really super lucky. Any questions on what I'm doing right now? Hey, babe, best is hardware. Oh, yeah. Shizzle. Yeah, yeah, there's I have about 7 or 8 seconds of delay. If you rewind a little bit, I know you could do 2 times. And you know, this initial tuning, you know, I would never send a guitar home today after doing all this. I'd at least want it to sit overnight. And what I'm trying to do here is get these strings centered in the posts, in the saddles, so that now the string spacing will be correct. And I'm just using my eye at this point. They're not notched. There's no notch in them. Don't be nice. Stretch the hell out of them. If your fingers don't look like that when you're done, or when you're stretching, you're not doing it right. Looking at the string spacing on this. Looks pretty darn healthy. Okay, so I've got a 3 fret when I pull all the way back on the bar. Now I'm checking at the E note here to the G, because that's where 99% of our songs are played. So you get less and less movement as you get up the fingerboard, and with the smaller radius strings. Man, these machine heads work great. Really happy with that. They respond really well. Now I want to check my first fret action here, just to kind of get a preemptive strike maybe. Now, keep in mind, what's kind of interesting here, I didn't have strings on it. I just put the nut on there and cut the nut slots to a depth where I thought, that looks about right. Just using my eye. And I'll use this is 16 thousandths of an inch. And my low E string should make contact with this feeler gauge. And it is, boy, it's close. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back to gotta get my proper nut files. 42
Like now.
and let's take this. Go ahead and pull that off of there, and I need to cut this a little bit deeper. One little touch. And I can tell I've done some removal because the string pitch dropped. Oop, there went my strings. This again is a 42 thousandths. I think I can get away with this is a 32.
I don't know.
I need a different. Got a little bit to go. I didn't get quite as close as my low E string, but being very careful not to go too far. Get a little bit more. And I'm cutting them at an angle so that the string can fall and make very little contact with the front edge of this nut so that there's nothing for it to hang up on. This one I've got quite a ways to go. This is a 24. For a 24 gauge string, I like to use a 26. For a 32, I like to use a 34. And we just sneak up on it. We don't want to go. We don't want to go too far. Another thing, when you're doing this, you want to be careful on strats to not catch the back edge of the fingerboard. You'll leave little marks in it, and it just looks like an amateur did the work. Give it one more little swipe. I haven't checked the string action down here, but in looking at it, man, it looks like it's damn near perfect. Okay, this is a 16. Here we go. Different gauge file. I've got a nut file for just about every gauge string known to man. Now with this one, I want the note to fret. Dun, 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 dun. I could use my ear to know when it's cut. Oops, on a 16. Let me get that one out of the way. This is a 16 gauge string. Almost. Da, da. I want that note to sound. I want a G sharp note happening when I put that feeler gauge under there. Almost. Almost, almost. Here we go. Almost done here. This is what I'm doing here is mojo work. I'm not measuring stuff. I've gotten this G string at a level that I really like the way it looks. You got to be a little bit more liberal with the lower wound strings. You can get these unwound strings a whole lot closer, but you don't want to make it uncomfortable. Very nice. Now let's check this treble. I got a little bit of room there. I'm gonna take just a teeny bit more. There we go. And the nuts, pretty well set. I'm probably gonna take a little material off the top edge of this. They're down in those slots a little bit further than I like. So that's how you do that. And then let's check our string action here. At the 17th fret. Hopefully my camera guy's doing me justice here. Get you down in here. God damn, you guys, this is literally perfect. It's 5/64, 4.5. The D string is too high, so we'll use the handy dandy Allen hex key that they sent with it. We're going to get the string action set here, and then we're going to take her for a ride. see how everything works. And the saddle screws are really nice here on the lower strings. I think I'm going to be okay with that. Whew. That's pretty darn close. And forgive me if there's been any questions asked. I gotta stay on task here. Now I'm going for pretty low string action here. I'm going at 3/64 on these upper register strings. Got plenty of room to raise the action if we want to. That's low. I got the string action like pretty fucking low on this thing. Give him another little stretch. This thing's almost ready, guys. Almost. Keep in mind I haven't put any haven't used any nut sauce on the nut. Well, pickup height, and then we'll play her. Ooh, where's my pickup height measuring? There it is. This thing falls on the floor all the time. So let's check our pickup height. I need a Phillips. Where's my Phillips? Right here. God damn. Wow. These are very, very close right out of the box. Leo Fender was a pretty good guy. He designed a pretty damn good guitar. That's what I was hoping for. Yep. And where I raised it up, that pickup leveled off. It was tilted a little bit forward because of the wiring underneath it was holding it up. Now it's going to be nice and level. Perfect. Any questions? Are you bored? Boredom is an insult on your mind. If you're bored, pick up a guitar. Play it. I realize that they make little round thingamabobbers that you can use to measure this, but I've been doing it like this for so long, I don't need those little round thingamabobbers. And I don't know if they would make it any faster. Well, folks, are you ready? Are you ready to hear this thing? I'll wait. Boredom. Are you bored, Richard? I hope I'm not boring you. I love you, man. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, sounds like the moment of truth has arrived. I have not intonated the guitar yet. Before I play it, I almost skipped a step. I have to. I warmed you all up, threatened you with playing it, and now I have work left to do. I am going to intonate this before I play it. It definitely works, and I'm pretty damn certain this thing's gonna sound totally bitchin' when I get her plugged in. What Strat labeled song should I start with? What's a song that was done on a Strat? I hope I can play it. Let's see how intonated we are. Again, I like to leave the snark on here so I can calibrate my snark tuner. And when I'm doing using a plug-in tuner, I use the bridge pickup. God damn. So we're a little bit flat. Little bit flat. Now, when I have to sharpen the pitch of that, I take my hammer and I tap that set screw a little bit. My plastic hammer to make sure that it's seated fully forward. And with this guitar, I'm not worried about hitting it with a hammer. It's obviously it's been hit with a hammer. Still a little bit flat. And I'm going to be really picky. Yeah, that's moving very nicely. Seems like with Strats, when you have to sharpen the intonation, it takes a lot more movement. Still a little bit flat. And the saddle's moving nicely, so I'm not going to hit it with a hammer. If I notice that the screw backs out, I don't want the screw to back out and have the saddle sit flush, so I'll tap that screw to make sure it's seated. I'm still getting warnings about low blood sugar, but I'm waiting for my lunch to kick in. Dead on. I'm expecting this one to be a little bit flat too. And it is. Hang on, guys, we'll play it soon enough. We're gonna play this thing. Went too far. Another kind of rule of thumb that you can use intonating a guitar is the saddle positions. One being dead on. Using the thickness of the string gauge to space the saddle, the difference, the steps of the saddle. And you'll notice this E string is way back, but you'll notice that the A and the D string, the gap there is about the same width as the A string. That's not a rule, but it is definitely a guideline that you can use to get yourself in the general area. You can get close. We're still a little bit flat. And now that I'm doing all this, I'm going to have to re-stretch the strings, yes? Dead on. And when I'm intonating a guitar, I would prefer to, and I'm actually a little bit flat, so I'm going to sharpen that up just a bit. I would rather lean on the side of the fretted note being a little bit flat than being sharp, because we bend notes too sharp on a guitar. You can't bend them flat without a whammy bar. There we go. Damn, these machine heads work fantastic. Definitely way too flat. And I'm keeping an eye on the set screw to make sure that it's sitting flush against the back of the bridge. Dead on. We're almost there, guys. We are almost there. I don't know how long I've been streaming. Boy, I got close. I'm gonna have to eat some Skittles. Well, doggone it, you guys. So we've been going for how long? 2 hours and 22 minutes, basically. And that includes some setup work or a repair to a Gibson SG that I started working on. Let's see. Hey, Ian, oh brother, How are you doing, man? It's good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Yeah. Yeah, you're hearing my warning go off. Ian can relate, I think. I love that sound. I'd rather have it be too low than too high, always. Always. And I'm definitely too low. I can feel it. I want to check it. Okay, Richard. I think most guys know this, but this is really important when you're setting up the intonation on an instrument. Let's say that the 12th fret note is sharp right now, and I've got the guitar fretted at the 12th fret. That's perfectly tuned to E. You can hear that they're perfectly in tune right now, or as close to perfect as I can get. If the note is sharp, you'll lengthen this saddle by tightening the screw and lengthening the saddle, or lengthening the length of the string between this saddle and the 12th fret. If the note's flat, you shorten the distance from there to the 12th fret. That is intonation. And, you know, on a Les Paul, in most cases you have about maybe that much distance that you can move the saddle, a 1/4 inch, or some of them have a little bit more than that. Whereas on a Strat, look at all this, I could move this saddle that far. So the design of this bridge compared to a Tune-o-matic is quite superior with respect to the adjustability of the intonation of the guitar. If something's out, you can really fix it. I'm having some, god damn it, I'm gonna start calling these S's from now on. They're just S's. It's like people call them M&Ms, but they're just a fucking M. There's no 2 M's on the M's. What is it? Why? What? Oh. Yeah, I had a great Christmas. It was really pretty uneventful, but had a really great day. Worked Christmas Eve. It was awesome. Got to spend some time with my journeyman here at the shop. Worked on some guitars. Christmas Day was pretty low key. Being a single dude, I don't have a whole lot of stocking stuffers and things like that, but I did get Fred a new cat castle, so he woke up Christmas morning. Of course, he was helping me build it. Smarties. Well, I mean, the bridge is maxed out. Oh. What kind of guitar is it? My knees hurt. If you don't mind me asking, there might be a way that I can help you solve that. If it's a Tune-o-matic, there are some things you can do. Smarties. These are Skittles. You call M&M's Smarties or Skittles Smarties? We've got to get some of these in me. I'm still beeping. Let's see, where am I? I'm probably pretty low. I'm right where I was, so doing all right. That's awesome. Okay, and so what you can do with that, depending on the direction, next time you change the strings on your tune-o-matic bridge, pull the screw all the way out, pull the saddle around, and flip it 180 degrees. Let me see. Let's see, did I have to do that? I don't have any. I don't know, maybe my Les Paul has that on it. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, just take the so what I'm saying here, brother, you never throw anything away. What you can do, like these saddles on this, you know, I can't adjust that. Let's say you can notice that the tilt of this saddle, you know, it's tilted this way, and you know, if I have it all the way turned this direction, I can't get it any closer. Like, that's it. Like, you can't get it any closer. But if you pop that bad boy out of there, this should come out. Oh, it's got the clip. This has a little retainer clip on it that you can get out with. Usually a flathead screwdriver will let you get them out of there. Pull that saddle. I think this will, oh, I'm too far. It's not real easy, but you can definitely do it. Pull that saddle out. Showing you right here on the air. So now you've got the saddle out of there. If you flip it around 180 degrees, and there's no rule, there is no rule about the direction that these saddles are supposed to sit. And if somebody tells you different than that, they don't know. That is a promise. And it would be an incorrect thing for them to assume, or inexperience, whatever you want to call it. So now I'm going to put this clip back in here. It's nice to have a spare part. Whew, don't drop that. Holy smokes, that would vanish into thin air. Yeah, be careful with this retainer thing. It's dinky. Teeny. Come on. Hands ain't working. Yeah, if you can flip that saddle around, now you've got that little extra movement available. And if you do max it out, and at that point you can't intonate the guitar, I would turn it as far as you can turn it and call it good. There is absolutely nothing wrong with doing it. And again, anybody that would tell you that that's not appropriate doesn't know. So don't listen to them. So now you'll notice that that one saddle is the opposite direction of the others. And if I tighten that screw, I've got that little extra distance. And it's tiny, but it's enough. And I've even had to go in here and remove some of the basically that little shim or washer that's on the screw to give myself another 0.32, 64th of an inch, and that's the difference between being in tune and not. Ned, oh yeah, oh that's cool. Thank you, Zach. Yeah, Fred's digging stuff.
I got myself an iced tea. Are you set? I drank the Diet Pepsi you bought for me.
I'm fine. I haven't even touched that one.
All right.
Thanks, Mike. All right. So, my new shirt. I hope that. I do recommend putting that retainer clip on there because if you don't have one, some of them don't have it. Some of them have other designs of clips that do their job to hold the screws in place. What can happen is that screw slides down in a slot and it can actually come up. You've got your screw going through that slot and it can tilt up a little bit, which will ill affect your intonation. Gary, welcome, brother. Blue M&M's only. I don't have any. They don't make blue Skittles. I think they should make the strawberry flavor blue. Don't you? And Lilu. Yeah, don't forget Lilu. She's a badass, man. All right. I'm going to check my sugar. All right. Here we go. Oh, yeah. It's on its way up now. Woohoo. Getting into that zone. Gary, it's so nice to see you. Happy New Year, bro. Your kids are probably right in the middle of doing hockey. Or I hope they're still doing hockey. Or maybe the season's over already. I don't know. Okay. Wow. Again, I want to thank everybody for being with me today. It's really been fun. We've gotten a lot of really cool shit done on a couple of really cool guitars. After all of that, blood glucose and getting that all squared away, oh, and Felix, my goodness, Felix, Lilu, Fred, and Ned, right? Yeah. The cats of YouTube. I'm sure there's a couple more, but none of them are that cool. All right. Well, I'm going to give this thing a run for its money. Let me check the tuning one last time here. Time to piss off the neighbors. Got the classic 60 cycle hum. bridge has ever had string tension put on it. So it's, you know, the springs are getting settled in. I haven't even adjusted it at all after my initial adjustment. So, you know, I've got to go through the paces. Man, that don't sound like a Strat. I don't know what does. Holy smokes. Whew, I wish you guys could feel this thing. Oh my God. And I forgot to take the snark off of the machine. Now I've been playing it. So I think, okay, I want to do a real quick check of the neck relief. Woo, there goes my stuff flying all over the place. Let's check the neck relief, because I believe it needs a bit more neck relief. Going for the 12 thousandths. Yeah, the neck is just perfectly flat. So let's adjust that. Wait for everybody to freak out. You ready to freak out? So I need to loosen the truss rod on this thing, because there is like totally zero neck relief. I've left the whammy bar on it. I'm gonna go ahead and on this guitar, I'm going to put the capo on the strings up here, just to keep them from coming off of the slot head machine heads on this thing. And I did do, where's my drill? There's my drill. Never use a power tool on a guitar. Okay, just bad idea. Okay, so I've got to loosen the truss rod. So I'm going to go ahead and just set the guitar down like this. Again, the guitar is relict, so if I scratch it, so what? All right. F. Orlano. I'm going to give it a half a turn and see if that doesn't appease the gods of truss rod.
Oh, okay. Do I need to go get chicken for the
Alright.
glasses?
I'm going to go ahead and unplug the thing. We're looking good. We're looking real good. Looking good. Looking real good. What movie was that from? Looking real good. Just the lips. That lady was so sensual. Wow. You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, yes. This is not an Arnold Schwarzenegger moment. It is get it tight and stop. Let's check our neck relief now. And I wonder how far out of tune this guitar is now. Won't that be funny? If boy. This thing might have as much relief in the neck as I can possibly get without putting a set of 18s on here. And you know, these guys that complain about a Strat having to take a neck off of your guitar to adjust a truss rod, just stop, okay? Because this, boy, so what I'm going to do at this point, I want to check this neck for, see how flat it is. So, and there go the strings. That's why I do the capo on there. You saw those all fly off of there, and that's fine. We'll have to redo all that, but you're watching it happen right in front of your face, because this is what we have to deal with when we're fixing these things and making them right for somebody. Right, so this neck is tragically backbowed right now with the truss rod tight, and I don't know. This is not a dual action truss rod. I might be at the mercy of the gods who built this guitar neck, and what we may be forced to do here is to put a heavier gauge string on this guitar to make it actually have any kind of neck relief at all. I've got super slinky 9s on here, unless you have a better idea. Yep. Yeah. Ah, man. Okay, that's a bummer. I was not expecting that. That is really a bummer. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but dang it. I gotta make sure to get this. Well, let's go ahead and get all the strings off of there. That is a bummer. So the neck, which is probably why the guy that had this guitar sold it to the young man who bought it, I would guess. Just a guess. Just a little guess. Never use a power tool on a guitar. Now, I'll tell you what, knowing what this kid paid for this guitar, and I call him a kid, you know, everybody's a kid to me. knowing what he paid for the guitar, even though it's got this unfortunate problem, it's terribly unfortunate, because that really can't be. I mean, I don't know. If you got a fix for a guitar with no back bow in it, and this is why I hate when this happens, because you couldn't tangle up strings like this if you tried. It would take you 1 billion years to make them do that. To get this tangled. So we're just gonna go with it at this point. It's a bummer. Anybody have a good solve for having a guitar without enough neck relief, aside from steam, clamp, let it sit for 8 months, bend the wood, and then hope that it holds? I don't know of a legit way to do it. Try not to use the word hate. I said I hate it when this happens, but you know what? This is one thing that I think deserves a legit hate. The strings pop off like that. That sucks. Oh man, you guys. And I mean, there's nothing more I can do with that neck relief, so we're gonna have to make it work. What's probably gonna happen, I'm gonna have to sacrifice string action at the saddles. In fact, that's what I will do to remove any fret buzz, because that's having a little bit high string action isn't really that big of a deal. And I did set this thing up with like super duper anally low string action. So y'all know what I'm struggling with here, because you just don't have to do this very often. A little out of practice. So I am going to raise the string action ever so slightly. I had it like dumb low, so. Guitar sounds fantastic, but there's some fret buzz happening. Want to watch me get a little frustrated? don't ever take strings off of these things once you've got them on here. It is a pain in the ass. Okay. It is a terrible pain in the ass. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. All right. Now we're talking. Okay. I'm gonna raise the string action a little bit here. Gotta solve problems now. Here we go. We are problem solving mofos today. Measuring device is all kind of cleaned up a little bit. And there she is. So what I'm going to do to raise this string action on this guitar consistently, I'm going to give each string one full turn. Each stem one full turn on each string on the guitar, so that they're all raised an equal amount, every string. It's tiny, it's a very small movement. And we'll see what happens with the fret buzz. We'll have to retune it. And it's fun. Right. We have no fret buzz anymore. String action is a little bit higher than I would like, but we're still low E. We're at about 5.5, 64ths. Treble E, we're right at 4/64. So with respect to Fender specs, we're about dead on. I like my action low, so I was going for it on this one, really trying. Oh, all right. Let me see if I can. Maybe I can do a loop. I got such a mess going here. I need to take my garbage out big time, clean up a little bit. So, my pedal board's all covered with string wrappers and other wonderful stuff. Yeah, indeed.
There's a gentleman here that's trying to clean his fretboard.
Oh.
And I started to go over there. I said, well, I bet you
man.
Marshall.
Come on over.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello. Cleaning your fingerboard.
Yeah.
Got simple green?
Yeah.
Okay. Got a toothbrush?
Yeah.
Okay. Take some simple green with a paper towel. Take all your strings off the guitar, of course. Put a paper towel under the neck. Shoot it with some simple green. Take your wife's toothbrush.
Swear by,
joke.
yeah, there you go. Roommate, yeah.
All right. And
Tastes
just,
a little funny.
I go over it and just scrub it.
Yeah.
You can use a sponge or anything you'd like, but you want to get some abrasive stuff to get all the DNA off of there.
Yeah, right.
This one is, you should have seen this.
Yeah.
I cleaned it several days ago, but that's what it looks like now.
Yeah.
So I just simple green.
I always worry about frying the wood though, you know, drying it out and everything.
Linseed oil.
Yeah.
You should treat it with some linseed oil. We have stuff here called neck honey that is a great treatment for.
Okay.
It's a mineral oil ultimately.
Right.
Lemon
So
oil.
clean it and then put that stuff on.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And usually what I do is after I clean it, I give it a little while to kind of dry out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll even take my rag and kind of push down on the frets. Because if there's any movement, some of that simple green will get up underneath there, and you want to get as much of it out as you can. Thus, paper towel works great to soak any of the excess up.
Gotcha.
I've been doing it like this for as long as simple green's been around, at least.
Right.
And I don't know, there's two guys. There's two guys on here. I'm doing a live stream right now of this guitar, and one of them I cleaned his guitar up like it's a Strat, and the other one's a EVH, and that's how I do all of my own guitars, every one of them. So you want to treat it with some neck honey though. If you don't have linseed oil at home, neck honey or linseed oil are the two products I'd recommend.
Okay, right on. You got your neck honey over here.
Yeah,
with
let me see if I've got some of that.
Ernie ball.
Yeah, it's a little, and a little bottle of this stuff, dude, is a lifetime.
feeding me.
All right. Cool.
Okay, that's
So
all I
the
do.
deer in the shop.
Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
all I do all day long.
Right on, man.
Okay, bro.
That's an awesome job.
Did he get you squared away?
Yeah, yeah.
I figured you would.
All right.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Stuff like that. He always likes to make sure.
That was funny. All right, let's try that again. Oh yeah. Great. Perfect job, Justin. President, yo, yo, yo. Yeah, mix soup. Hey, Brian. Glad you made it, man. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, this thing is really really haven't.
It seems to be working just fine. I'm thinking that the treble E string is a little too close to the edge of the fingerboard, having done all that work on it. But I think that given the condition of the neck, that I am going to recommend. I mean, the neck feels really nice, but like I almost could shim this side of the neck and push it over. You can take a look at it's pretty close. And as it gets down here, so if I scoot this string over, might be the ticket right there. Just shift everything over a little bit. I'm being really picky now at this point, but I got to be honest, this thing sounds fantastic. It feels really nice to play, but I was definitely pulling that treble E string off the edge of the fingerboard, so we're gonna have to do something about that. Yeah. Hey Lord, how we going? Yeah. Yeah. And you guys keep in mind that the amp that I'm playing through is that. It's that little amplifier right there. And I'm playing through those 3 pedals down there on the floor, and you can see my space is a bit of a wreck right now because I've been working so hard today. So, they say that tone is in the hands, and I don't know. You tell me. But I love playing strats, and I like using the pickup selector switch. The vibrato bar is just fantastic on this thing. It feels so nice. This is really a fantastic guitar. I'm not in love with the neck, given the fact that the truss rod is ultimately useless, which again is why it was sold. Because it arrived in my care with no strings on it, no pickups, no pick guard, nothing. So somebody snagged all of the stuff out of this and probably put it on another guitar. So I suppose what I could do is go the route of getting a couple blocks and clamping the middle point of the neck, clamping it down, and seeing if that doesn't create some neck relief, but I don't believe that would solve the problem. Ultimately, let's see, this is not a skunk stripe neck.
I hate to interrupt you, but
That's
you
all
know
right.
how the remote starts work?
Yeah.
Can you
You
show
bet.
these?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why I did this, because you wouldn't understand it otherwise.
You mean the...
I'll only talk like a mime from now
Okay.
on.
You gotta paint your face black and white. Alright. Oh, they got her done.
They're going to get the nickel to her.
Okay.
We bill you a nickel for this. Thanks. That's a real smart alecky way of saying thanks for the favor. Okay. Bye.
You got it out back? Oh, no, down there. All right. See you later.
For whatever's on my mind.
15, 16, did you hang out with the Stones?
You know what it was? I was doing, it was the first thing I'd ever really done, and I went and did this Tommy Hilfiger shoot.
Yeah.
And
How did that happen?
I met, I don't remember. I really don't remember.
Were you modeling?
Not really. I was acting.
Right.
I did like one little thing on Party of Five.
Right.
And
That was your first acting job, Party of Five.
yeah. Excited. I mean, that was really.
So what do we have here?
Is it gun? I don't know much more than that.
Yes, it's gun.
Yeah.
Thanks, Marshall.
Oh, you bet.
Did they love it?
Yeah. They kept pushing buttons.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, wait, stop.
Yeah, stop, back up.
Oh, all right. Thanks you guys for being here today. Sorry I ran off on you. Man, yeah, I think I'm gonna maybe think about a little bit more stuff to do on this Strat to make it where I feel it's adequate. I think for the time being, the gentleman will love the guitar. There's a couple options we have to get neck relief in it. One is to put a heavier gauge of string on the guitar. Maybe put a little bitty of a shim in the neck to cock that thing over a little bit to stop the strings from peeling off the side. Whew, but I'm glad you all were here. Got a lot more fun stuff to work on over the next few days, so I'm really looking forward to it. But appreciate your being here, and I'm gonna head out. You guys have a wonderful night. I've got guitar students tonight, so we'll see you all very soon. Brad, Richard, Preston, Justin, let's see, Stephen, Rhodey, let's see, Zach, Dave, all you guys, Lord Spike, Hugh, my buddy Hugh, Gary Hubbs, oh yeah, Ian, thanks for stopping in today. Oh, and my knees hurt. Yeah, you were here too, you guys. My knee hurt. He's not far from me. Right on. Thanks y'all for being here. I need to get off and get busy. Peace.